Hey guys and YouTube otherwise. It's me, seated on, and I'm back. I'm back with another video, and if you're in here, you're good to go. If you're in here, hold up. If you're in here, you're good to go. What is going on, y'all? I did have to come back because while I'm not in the mindset for a late night of locations, I really felt it on my heart once I woke up good to talk about my alcohol fast. Now, I decided to go on the alcohol fast. One, because I feel like I was going into a slow depression, and I was uh I wanted to stop the drinking that I was doing, like, having a cocktail a night, um, so that it wouldn't take me further down into that state. Like recent events that had happened with the surgery and just being down for longer than I originally thought I would be. But also, my God, this working from home shit is dookie. Okay, this working from home stuff has definitely worn itself thin with me. I can't. I'm sick of it. Like, I just don't like it. And I'm gonna have to start making myself go in to the office because it's been about at this point almost a year that I've been slowly getting sick of it. And yeah, that so okay. So I had made leaps and bound milestones with my weight. Then I go down with this dang surgery. It was like, oh my gosh, the amount of y'all know I couldn't stand being down. Then on top of that, I'm sick of the telework and shit. You know what I'm saying? So with me being down because I couldn't move and all that pain I was going through, I literally felt like I literally went back. I went from like 192, 193 to 200 pounds. And so I was like, okay, well, alcohol is a depressant. So even though I like it, I have a handle on it. I need to fast. I need to clear my mind. I need to get my mental back up. I need to get my body back up. And in the recovery, you don't need to be doing no dang alcohol, no way. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in recovery, excuse me, alcohol is what do you call that stuff? It's inflammatory. So you trying to get rid of inflammation from the surgery, but you still having a cocktail today? Nah. Mm-mm. So let me just take you back in my journey or my thing with alcohol. So if I literally did not drink um, through college. I didn't do none of that stuff. I actually didn't start having, hey Mika, I actually didn't start having casual or social drinking situations till I was 26 years old. So I was going to school. My daughter was about 5 or 6. I was living on my own in Dallas, Texas. And so I just didn't. I always been a naturally high on life person at that age, especially. Now I'm a little slower and, chilling and stuff. Seen a lot of stuff, so I might be a little about things. At that time, everybody's like, you don't do weed, you don't drink, you don't do nothing. You just come like, what up, though? You already on one all the time, right? So I started that, some wine after work type of stuff because it was being advertised and touted at the time. And even amongst my peers, it didn't necessarily have to be on TV and stuff. As that's what grown-ups do. Like you come in, you unwind, it helps you unwind. And I've always said I don't know how to relax. I'm just now in my 40s learning how to relax or actually being able to relax, what I consider relaxing. So, let me unwind, but I just wasn't even mentally available to learn how to be able to relax for, I wouldn't be for now. So that's where it started. And then, like in Dallas, it really wasn't nothing really. It was only on the week. I would only drink on the weekends when we go to the club. But in the club, it'd be like the most um, cheapest, with like McCormick's or something like that, vodka or something like cheap mess thrown together with some juice and not really like crafted, craft drinks. So I that's what I would do on the weekend. I would go out with my friends and kick it. Not every weekend, but when I did. And we would go, get the drinks, dance, do the wobble. Shit, there's one place I keep forgetting what it's called in Dallas, but on the pool tables, they would have all the now they were covered in nice and stuff. But the two come in and say hey to me, y'all. The pool tables would be covered and have a whole buffet on it from like 5 to 8. Oh my gosh, we used to be in there dogging it and then go dance and drink and have a good time and mingle and talk to the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you. Talk to the dude. We go scope and we start scoping them out, girl. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of like what we did. But it still wasn't like every day and da 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 da. Wasn't even in the apartment here in Atlanta. Okay, so now let's go to this is where I felt like I needed to curtail some shit. Okay. Well, I don't. A lot of y'all are new around here, so you don't really know like what I was doing years ago while I was on YouTube and Periscope and shit like that. Well, around 2017, 16, 17, 2018, I also started working. Hey, I started working my second side gig at oh, okay, at the retail store. And what else? I mean, I was just working, bitch. I was doing videos. I was working my real job. It was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? And trying to do good there and come up there. Stuff like that. And baby, let me tell you something. It was to the point where all I was doing was working. That's it. All I was doing was working. And being a mom and doing the mom stuff, getting her around, picking her up, it was just that's it. So what I would do is I would like, I bought my house during that time period, and then I had to do some repairs and get furniture and all that stuff like that. I was just really going, doing a lot, and everything wasn't fun, and a lot of it was strenuous, and I just felt like for me to get away and go to the restaurant, not necessarily the one I go to now, but any restaurant, and drink and eat. Yeah, drink and eat that beach, that was my fun. You know what I'm saying? So, especially when I started like doing Uber and I would do it at all odds times, you know what I'm saying? Once I would get off, it's like, oh, let me go get something to eat and something to drink. You know what I'm saying? Well, I started blowing up on a Tuesday, okay? And I mean, I was huge. I have to show y'all some of them pictures. Oh, I wish I could share my screen right now. Um, I have to show y'all some of the pictures from that time period. I had blown up. And I decided because I was very much depressed, I was not liking my life. It was just too much work. It was too much work. It was a lot of mommying. And that was just part of being a mom, you know what I'm saying? That late teenager stuff where, you know, they going through, we going through the attitudes, the bitches at school, getting through just the scholastic part of school, all of that, right? And yeah, I just had a lot of responsibility, and um, I don't have a lot of like female. No, I don't not female. I'm not gonna say that. At that point, either the friends who were doing the exact same thing as me, or the ones with the little kids. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a lot of options. Now a lot of them who are doing the just same thing as me is just like me now. Like we like, beach, where we going, where we at? You know, we get making our plans and stuff, right? So, yeah, so that's what I was doing, drinking and eating, drinking and eating, drinking and eating, work, drinking and eating. Okay, that's what I was doing. All right. So at some point, my mom was just like, "Oh, you drinking again? Oh, I called you that day. You were drinking." Looking at my bottles when she came over, I was like, "Girl, like really, like you doing too much. Like for one, I'm too cheap. I'm too tight. Y'all know that I'm not cheap. I'm too tight with my money. I'm too scared to not have money to like have a habit like that for real. Okay, it's always gonna be a clipping point for me. Like, okay, hold up, the bottle is how much? And I got one last week. Oh no, no, no. You know what I'm saying? So, but I felt like I still needed to go see somebody, right? So I went to a just to quantify what was going on in my life. Not necessarily the drinking, but just like to quantify like, am I losing my mind? I feel like I'm not doing anything with myself except working. And some of the stuff that me and my counselor, not elderly, but an older black lady, light skin too, um, we um, we really worked through some shit. Like we really worked through some stuff. And she asked me, do I think that I could not have a cocktail after work and not drink on the weekends for a solid week? And I was like, girl, what? I said, I don't know, but I can try. And I crushed it. Okay. And so I was like, that's when I knew that there was nothing wrong with me in that area. Okay. I'm not going to act like my mouth wasn't curling a little bit or looking a little, I'm not going to say that. But I crushed it. And so when I talked to her about it, we talked about the difference between like alcohol addiction and dependency. And also, what do you call it? Like substituting something for something else. And then also getting better, getting more, getting not some hobbies or getting something else to do that I think is fun. What else is fun? What else would make me feel like I'm living my life? What else would make me feel like I'm still in the game, or like I'm not a fuddy duddy, like some of the words I was using to her. What Yeah, exactly. And um what else? Hiking and getting involved. I'm definitely a nerd. 2017, 18, like 2017, I traced the black man's footprint through the United States. Okay, 2000 no 2017 was me tracing my family footprint. Then 2018 was the black man, and then 2018 19 I mixed them, right, and then 2020 was just and so yeah, so I was just like, okay, that's fun. The hiking is fun. What was some other things I did? Um, and it wasn't just like one time going hiking. Some of the trying to lose weight, it wasn't that fun, but it was a time, something else to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So that whenever I could stop working so much, I'd be looking good. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't do really good on that because all the time I was doing that work and then when I go sit and eat, that it wasn't that good. It wasn't that bomb of a resort. Hey, Shorty C. Um, what else was I gonna say? Okay, so then let's talk about after I ceased going to the therapist. So I did good. Like I did good for a long time after the therapist. But old habits die hard and I went back to the cocktail a day. And then it was like I'm gonna fill my bar up. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to get my house together and I need to get my bar filled up, look good and stuff like that. And then I started like making more drinks at home. But now, see, when you at home for the night, right? Remember, I used to come on here with a wine glass, but it'd be filled with like a cocktail, and I pour very, very heavy. So here I go again, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? It was too much, okay? So I was like, what? Okay, I'm falling again. I'm falling out again. I'm falling out again. Okay, now 2000, not falling out, but I'm saying like I'm falling down that road again. So then like 2000 into 2019, getting hype about Brooklyn graduating. You know, I'm able to not work so many jobs. Um, yeah, things are just going good for me. You know what I'm saying at the time, right? But I still, and I wouldn't say I was having a cocktail at night, but when I had a cocktail or two, I went in and went to sleep. Okay, and I was just like, oh, I don't like it. Well, remember that's at 2019 is also when my what do you call it? Like my headache, and I don't know if y'all remember like 2018, 2019, when I would be driving to work. Well, I think it was 2018 more so. Driving to work and talking, and I would have brain farts, and I was like, what the hell's going on? My blood pressure episodes would go on and stuff like that. All of that is exasperated by drinking, okay? And they say heavy drinking, but that's even if you drinking a big amount you didn't pour in one drink, okay? So, um, yeah, so all of that was going on, but I'm not putting two and two together at the time. Well, last year, 2020, is when I started all that medical journey, you know what I'm saying? And I started finding out what was going on, that my stomach wasn't, I really didn't think my stomach was fat because I was fat. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really think that it was because anything else was going on. I just felt like I'm fat, and so is my stomach, right? So um, when I started that journey about my fibroids and stuff like that, I learned that I had severe anemia. The blood pressure was out of control. All of that shit like that. And I was like, oh my gosh. And my doctor asked me, what's your alcohol consumption? I told him, he's like, that's got to go. That's got to go. And I was like, ooh, bitch. Okay. Well, also 2020, I started eating better, exercising, um, and oh wait, what am I talking about? Okay, okay, okay. So we're at 2018, 2019. Oh, 2020 when I start August last year when I started talking to the doctors about everything, they were like, you got to cut that down. So I was like, okay, well, I was able to cut it down. I started eating right, eating better. I'll say that, eating better. I knew to be able to have a baby, I was gonna have to cut the alcohol down so the fibroids could stop growing. You know what I'm saying? I probably really got that in my mind. Really, really got that when I went to this lady doctor. Because I just had an MRI in August, and I started going to the doctors in no, not December, like November. But it was a lady doctor in December. Like, you did the fibroids grow off alcohol. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's my one little like I'm having fun, or I'm escaping, or I'm whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah. So coming into I started off the year with being pescatarian, this fit journey and stuff like that. I stopped a lot of, I probably curtailed my 10% for a year. Then certain stresses and stuff like that came back and a bit more, but not crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to talk about alcohol because people love to sit up and say, oh, you are alcoholic. You are this. But see, the thing about it is are you really looking at the whole thing? Well, I don't even give a damn who's looking at what. It's just still kind of hard. I don't give a damn, but it's still kind of hard to talk about it. Okay. So, coming, sliding into this year, the end of this year, stuff like that. I'm starting to get sick of it. It's not when When it's time for me, when I was like, you know what, I'm sick of this stomach, I'm sick of this anemia, I'm sick of this high blood pressure, I'm sick of all this. All this health stuff is just working my nerves. I started back curtailing. It's about July. Curtailing it, not fucking with it like that, going to wine or a spritzer. And I also had got on this damn Red Bull because Red Bull, to me, the white one and the burgundy one, gives me a taste kind of like, and a little like sourness, a little buzz, kind of like a margarita. That's my drink of choice. So, um, but you can't be doing no Red Bull like that and you got high blood pressure. So it's like, damn, everything I'm trying to change. Like even when I would do mocktails, like I like a sour drink. I would go get some cranberry juice from Ocean Spray and put some lime in it and actually shake it in the liquor shaker and actually put it in a tumbler, not a tumbler like a drink thing. I'm talking about like what is it called? Oh, like where you put your whiskey in. What? It's not a tumbler. What is it called? I'm crazy. I know what the name of it is. I would either put it in that or a wine glass. And would feel like okay, da 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 da. But one thing about me and drinking anything, but I drink everything like I'm drinking water, like for thirst. My heart would be beating out of my chest full of Red Bull. My anxiety can't do it, okay? And so what happened was I couldn't just rely on the Red Bull, you know? No, not a decanter or a flask. Think about what you put your whiskey in. It's that little short glass. And we a snifter. It's called a snifter. Look it up, y'all. SNIFTR. FTER. Snifter. So, and hey y'all, who is that? Let me see who that is. Rachel Young and Xavier Thompson. Hey. So, so I would have a feel that, whatever, right? So my need to get rid of this stomach, please hit the like button, y'all. My need to do everything I could to bring my stomach down, to bring my anemia back, or my hemoglobin up, my ferritin up, everything I needed to bring my need to get my high blood pressure down, everything became more important than feeling like I'm entertaining myself, or I'm in an entertaining realm, or this is what grown folks do to entertain themselves, or this is what I'm doing that's easy to get to real quick to just get out the house. You know what I'm saying? So I did what I could to kind of wean myself off, right? So right before I had this surgery, I was like weaned off. Like I was doing juice and lime juice, or I was doing mocktails, or I was doing like a fourth of what I would regularly pour in some brown in like a 24 ounce of Coke. And I just like do a little tip and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Tip it in. Ooh, okay, now close the bottle up and go. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, I like the taste of alcohol. It's not, I want to get drunk. That's not me. Now I do, I can, you know what I'm saying? But not every time. A lot of times it's just, I like the taste of it and I'm going to sleep. I'm on YouTube and I'm drinking my little, my little cocktail, and then I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's more like I like the taste of alcohol. Like, okay, check this out. If I had like a dropper, like an eyedropper, and I just put like some Milagros, and I could taste, I could, now I don't really like shots because I feel like the immediate jump to drunk, I don't like that. Because again, I just like the taste of it. So if I just had a little dropper, or if you gave me a shot, I would just stick my tongue in it over the time that we're together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about being drunk for me. You know what I'm saying? And so I like the taste of the cocktail. There we go. Then there's, the cocktail and the alcohol in there, be honest. Okay. So Yeah, right before the thing, I did that. So then I'm in all this pain. I'm on this medication. I'm not fucking with no drink. Okay. I'm trying to stay alive. I'm trying to, But baby, week before last, I was so low. I was sick of this bed. Even though I love my bed, I love my bed and my setup now. Now that I got, my furniture in here and stuff, I just got to decorate now. I love my setup. I feel so good laying in my bed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm moving. I'm like I roll the whole bed at night. I love it. Okay. But I was sick of sitting up in it hurting. I was sick of sitting up in it like, what is going on with me? Is something going on? Why am I feeling this extra pain? Thank y'all for hitting that like button. I appreciate it so much. Um, and I just went low. It was that. It was the teleworking. It was just like, uh, I just, mm-mm. So, I had, what did I have in there? I had just a little bit of 1800. I've been talking about a little bit, like not even a cup left, not even a cup of 1800. And so I used that for like 2 or 3 days to make, like I said, just dip a little, pour a little bit in to like whatever juice I was drinking. And then I had this liqueur, this spritzer, like it's a champagne kind of thing. I drank a little bit of that. And then I said, you know what? I started listening to the pastor, Jamila Gooden. And so y'all was around during this time. And her congregation was about to do this 10-day fast. It's a Daniel fast, but it's not the Daniel fast that you're used to where you can eat beans and all that. It was just the straight up vegetables, wash the vegetable out, bite into it, and drink water. That's it. That straight up whole vegetable off the vine. Okay, not no. I'm gonna sprinkle a little this and a little season on this, and it was that, right. But remember how I told you that she said, "Hey, you need to go to everybody you got an alt with, and say you're sorry." And I told you I have too many people that I have an alt with that I don't even know how to get in touch with them. And then it's just with so many people. And then some of them, I just didn't really want them to know I had an alt, even though that is against what God was telling me to do. I hear you. I just didn't want them to know that, like, I'm cool on them. You know what I'm saying? So, um, so I didn't do that. So I was like, Lord, it, okay. I think you would really want me to lay off, my cocktails. I mean, not telling him better than me, but I felt like he was like, yes. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he was like, yes, I do. And so that's what I went with. You know what I'm saying? Because I hadn't done that since, I was trying to exercise and stuff earlier this year. Um, and that was just under like for fear of scrutiny that I was drinking too much. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do it like, I'm giving it up, Lord. Me and you. I want some clarity in my life, some things I have that I need some answers on, some moves that I would like to make that I wanted to hear from God about. And I'm gonna leave it alone, and I'm gonna make it not so important. That's not gonna be my entertainment. My entertainment is gonna be other stuff. I'm not saying I'm not gonna ever drink. I'm gonna relegate myself to the weekends, but if at all. But that's not my entertainment. And there's other things to do. You know what I'm saying? So I went into it and I said I was gonna do 10 days. And today is the 12th day, but I did have a drink today. And what was so crazy is I was all excited around like the fifth day, and I was talking to my auntie who's really, really saved and sanctified, the older one. And I told her what I was doing and stuff like that. And I told her how, the night before I had asked Brooke for one of her Red Bulls because that made me feel like I was doing better. Like it satisfied me in that way. And she was like, but that's not the point. The fast is not to take what you're fasting against and then find something else to take its place. The fast is to do without that need, do without that desire, do without that thing. You know what I'm saying? The entire time that you decide to fast, and not replace one vice with another. or try to make it something else. And I was like, oh shoot, do I got to start over? She was like, nah. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, well, I only did it one time. You know what I'm saying? I only did that one time. I didn't know that. I think God, when you don't know, He don't hold it against you. I think, right? Yeah, because it's the human law that they say ignorance is no something. What's wrong with me? Ignorance does not take responsibility away, basically. So, yeah, I literally was like not tripping. I went to Papa Do's 3 times. 3 times. Now, a lot of y'all is new and y'all don't know my relationship with Papa Do's. See, yeah, Papa Do's was one of the restaurants I was going to back in the 12, the 13, the 14, the 15, the 16, and the 17. Okay. I went to Papa Do's 3 times this week. Twice by myself because I had to go to the doctor and I hadn't had Papa Do's in ages. And once with Brooklyn. Brooklyn took her mama out to Papa Do's, girl. And I didn't drink. I went to this bar on the east side and kicked it. Didn't drink. Just had a Coke with some lime. Yeah, now I didn't go to the Mexican restaurant because I thought that would be tempting too much since that's where I go a lot. And I just wasn't tripping. I was just like, nah, I'm straight. Got me some water or got me some juice, whatever. So I'm really proud of myself. I feel like I should have prayed a little bit more. But in that fasting time, that 11-day fasting time, I sat and I listened to a lot more of the word. I probably listened to 3 or 4 sermons on last Sunday. Okay. I feel a lot more closer to God. I feel as though, I feel totally in control as to the need for a cocktail and stuff like that. Today, I used to Swamp Thing it up faithfully. Okay, girl, you got to get a 3-wheel motion, honey. Swamp Things is for the children. Okay. And I had to tell this lady that one time I was up there years ago. She was like, I don't know, this is my first time here. What should I get? She was asking the nigga he was like, get a Swamp Thing. And I was like, Swamp Thing is for punks, get a 3-wheel motion. She was like, when she got the 3-wheel motion, she was like, girl. She said, I'm a punk. I should have got me a Swamp Thing. I was like, girl, 3-wheel motion. Okay. So, yeah, I feel a lot better. You know what I'm saying? The clarity of mind is unmatched. The bloatation in my stomach that, of course it's from the things, but also, okay, cool. But also you carry around not alcoholic, let me not say that, bloatation from alcohol too. And I feel like that has helped me tremendously with seeing a change in my stomach. Yeah, I don't feel so dehydrated, even though I did today when I walked. I was like, why did I come out here and didn't get me no damn water? I should have just doused myself in water before I went, but of course I did not. And I don't like carrying water on me when I'm walking. But yeah, girl, like I literally have really looked at that and said, wow, I feel good. I feel good, goody, good. I feel like it helped me even with my getting through this surgery recovery. Because I feel like, okay, so when did I last feel pain? I last felt pain on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday this week. So that's over a week of none of that. You know what I'm saying? Look at people dropping out when I start talking about God. Ain't that something? Yeah. So, like my mom, when I was telling her, how well I done and stuff like that, she was like, "Girl, you ain't no alcoholic." I was like, "Yeah, but I've been trying to ignore you. I mean, not ignore you. I've been trying to put you on that I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I just was using it in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like there's way more other things to be entertained on and with than alcohol. So I'm very much proud of myself. And when I had the drink today, it wasn't even good. I was trying because my guy who usually make them would be there on the weekend, but he wasn't yesterday or today. And I was like, oh, I had to use somebody else, and that's always the thing. But I'm glad that it didn't taste good. I'm glad that it didn't taste good. I really am. And excuse me. And it was strong. I was like, ooh. Yeah, God wants more of me than just to be a barfly and whatnot. So I'm telling you, like, I ain't gonna lie, like the first 2 days, I wasn't really like I need to have a drink. It was just like, do I really have to go 10 days though? Like, it was that. It was the mind tricks like that. But I wasn't like hard up for it. Now, a couple times, because we don't cook over here, a couple times when I wanted to go get something to eat, I was thinking about what I was going to get and the drink I was going to get with it. And I was like, oh, I'm not getting nothing to drink. And I didn't. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. Because a lot of times we tell ourselves that just because we're going to eat and we're going to dinner, we got to have a drink. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm telling myself and the people I roll with too do it. So I really feel good. And me also, like, seeing, like, I mean, I'm on my blood pressure medicine diligently, but seeing that blood pressure come down from the 140s over like 105, and it's, now it's in the like 129, 130, well, 124 the other day, yesterday. So like 124 to 130 over the 90s. That's good for me. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it. So I'm excited about that. I really am. It's really important for me to be more productive in my 40s, because I don't have to spend as much time. I have a lot of time on my hands. There we go. I have a lot of time on my hands now. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important to me to like make the most of 40 plus. Because I felt like I was, what do you call it? A pelican or something with the head in the, what's it called? With the head in the sand. Is that a pelican? Just head in the sand. That's what, just head down, ass up, working. You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily like that, but like head down, out the way, just working for like the last, 2020, no. For like 4 years. Ostrich, thank you. Thank you. Oh, look who that is. Make it make sense. Hey now. Yeah, I just felt like an ostrich with his head in the sand for several years, just working, just getting through, just being responsible, just on a routine. And now, I mean, it's not gonna like I'm gonna stop being responsible, but I definitely am going to be more light, airy, more intentional with my time, more productive with my time. So yeah, that's my story. Like, I literally really feel as though there are things in your life that you may have to change, or habits you may have to change sometimes. It doesn't mean that you're out of control. It just means that it's a habit that won't serve you well. Probably hasn't been serving you well, like mine wasn't, but mine wasn't serving me well with my health issues. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't find out for like years into it, And yeah, I'm excited. Like, my mom was like, look at your face, girl. Your face don't even look like you be drinking and stuff. Like, I know, look, I thank God. I thank God Now I do have those little lines on the eyes out to the side, and I probably have some bags sometimes. But bitch, I'll be 42 in a month. Yeah, that's what it is. Kudos to you. Sending you tons of continued encouragement, blessing, and better health. Thank you so much, Mika. I appreciate that for real, for real. So, but yeah, so like, okay, so people always ask me, well, what's your drink of choice, Chelsea? I love tequila. I love Milagros, either Blanca, Reposado, or Anejo. It don't matter. Anything Milagros is the business I eat. Y'all see them new Patron bottles? Like, what? How dare y'all? What the hell? I seen that at the bar tonight. Um, no, indeed, that's an iconic bottle. Like, who does that? And then, um, yeah, so that's my favorite tequila. Now, I've had some craft tequila and stuff before, and it's cute and stuff like that. But I'm talking about what you can buy in the store. And Milagros is high. It ain't gonna be no what is it, 1.5 milliliters for $23? No, indeed, you get the 1.5 for 28 to 32, depending on where you at. Uh, shit, I done seen it for 36 one time, but then came down a little bit. What was I gonna say? And I just love a margarita. I just do. It's tart. It's got a little salt on it. Oh shit! Hold on. Got a little salt on it. It's tart. You can throw a little bit of a and see, I like all my margaritas fresh, like all that, what is it, simple syrup, girl, all that Applebee's type of drinking and shit. Oh no, babe, that's what I'm fool with, girl. My nose in the air about that type of stuff. When I go somewhere, anywhere, even if it's somewhere like fancy and they talking about a simple syrup, I'm like, what kind of drinks y'all making? Go and just give me some ice, some Coke, and some Royal, some CR. Thanks, cause I'm not gonna play with y'all. Simple syrup. What else they be putting in there? When they do a pre-mix lime mix, with something they done did every day, and it's I ain't into it. Or anytime they put a margarita with some what is that shit called, some seltzer in it? Oh no, cause you just filling up my glass. Ain't nothing in here. So yeah, and so yeah, I feel really good. So what did it? Okay, so what did the fast? What did I learn during the fast? Okay, uh, I learned once again that I rise to the occasion. I just do. I rise to the occasion. I get things done, and I'm stronger than I even think. A lot of the times, I think I'm strong, but I feel like I'm way on the other end of strong. Or I operate on the other end, like further into strong than what I even can quantify myself. And it's like always the after and the look back where I'm like, oh Lord, that was a little bit more than strong than what I thought it was. So I saw that again. I right sized my heart. I am someone who will, you know, if I'm going through like a relationship setback, stuff like that, I will do the work to heal myself for real. Okay. And I ain't gonna act like it's not some residue left over after relationships, like with some like kind of some trust issues and stuff like that. I think I always carry a couple of the same trust issues from relationship to relationship. But I had, sometimes you gotta step out of it. You gotta clear your mind. You gotta look and you gotta be like, okay, this is where I missed this, or I didn't do this right, or they didn't do this right, so that you can do better in your next one. You know what I'm saying? And you got to find a way to forgive. Now I'm still working on that part. I feel like I'm getting there, but I'm still working on that part. Yeah. So I feel that it was a couple of scriptures and a couple sermons that I've heard over this fast in regards to that, and I feel like I'm way better on track. Definitely more at, what do you call it? Like, Oh, y'all hear that stomach? I told you I'm having like gastrointestinal issues because everything's moving around and stuff, and some of the fibroids sit back on your intestines and on your bladder and stuff like that. So as they're shrinking, they're where they've been sitting at for year, month, couple years, whatever long they've been sitting like that, they're moving. So now your intestines are moving and gas is building up and all this stuff like that. So I'm really going through on that. Hold on one second. Okay. So yeah, what was I gonna say? So like all of that, like all the things that I've been working on, like before the fast, I feel like they were amplified and they're either completed or they're near completion now. As far as interpersonal work. Now, remember I told y'all I've really been trying to figure out this stock market thing, girl. Like, I have one, no, I have two stocks right now. I have an ETF and a stock right now, and I'm up. But I have like still, I have way more money that I want to put in it. It's just, I don't know where to put it. And all of these terms and shit is just, oh my gosh, I don't want to discourage anybody, but all these terms and risk analysis and all this stuff like that is just working my effing nerves. Like, it's a lot. It's so much now I done got scared. And I watched a video the other day where they was talking about that. Like, you'll get overwhelmed and then you'll just sit somewhere. And you just gotta go in. Any money that you bring to the table, you gotta be willing to lose. So I was like, okay. But you don't have to lose it. But you gotta be willing to lose it, if something happens or if your analysis isn't right, and you just got to let it make you better at everything. I was like, ooh wee. So that's another thing during the fast I've been asking for. Now I haven't really. I feel God telling me this is your moment. This is the thing. It's not. This is you. This is yours, and this is what's gonna amplify you. You know, and if this is what's gonna amplify you, and you need to get down dirty in it and figure it out. I'm like, okay, I get that. I thought I already knew that before the fast. So can you direct me? And I feel, I don't know. I feel like I'm still waiting out on that. I feel like he told me to sit my butt down, don't sell this house. Now I do believe that. I got that directly in the spirit. I was in the spirit at the time in a sermon. Like, you know how the spirit get high and you in the spirit in a sermon? And that was directly what came out the pastor's mouth. Some of you need to sit down and not buy and not sell, is what was told. I said, I heard you. And I heard you. Okay? So I'm glad about that, because that was a big one. Maybe I got to do another fast on the stock market. I don't know. I don't know. But that was a big one, because your girl been looking for real. Like, I'm out where I don't, listen, I've been in this house for like almost 6 years, right? But I've been wanting to leave since like Brooklyn was, well, no, before the year before, like Brooklyn's senior year. So 2019 into 20. I was like, oh yes, that was before then, because I remember I told you I bought the house and I was going to sell it and use the money for her to go to school, right? But then I was like, nah, hell no, 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 right? So, that was when I bought the house. So then, like, as she's getting older, getting through college, getting through high school, I'm like, oh, I'm about to sell this house and I'm going into the city, or I'm going to another city or something. I'm going, get me more of what I was looking for. I kind of needed to watch schools and this and that at the time. And so I was getting ready to bounce, you know what I'm saying? But whoop, whoop, and whoop, whoop. Now I'm here. I'm still here. So I'm like, I'm up for real, and I'm scared for like a crash to happen and then my value go down, But I'm telling you what I heard when I heard the pastor said, some of you don't need to buy and y'all, some of y'all don't need to sell. Like, some of y'all don't need to sit down and don't buy and not sell. That's what was said. I said, well, I'm sitting, honey, because I know he got my best interest at heart. So that was a big thing that came out of that. You know what I'm saying? A big, big thing. And then another thing is that, you hear this all the time and it becomes cliche, that you are where you are for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And that a lot of like closed doors set you up for a fantastic window escape. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling it, girl. Listen, don't play with me, okay? I'm feeling it. I'm set up. I feel God through 2020 and 2021. I feel God working in all of relationships. In my relationship with my daughter, which has grown so much better, so much more positive. Um, my ex relationship, I can see God in that for me. Even though there was let me not say that. Okay, I can see where God was positioning me in my way that I approach stuff, my demeanor, my just everything. Like my health, me getting on top, because I really wasn't even, I was just like, I'm fat. Girl, I'm telling you, I'm fat. I have fibroids. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to getting, what do you call that shit? What do you call it when you go for your yearly? You go for your yearly, not mammogram, pap smear. And I know they feeling them fibroids. Ain't nobody talking about they need to take no sonogram, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Me getting on top of that has opened the what I needed to do to get a hold on a lot of that mess, right? Do you consider yourself no, I don't. So we already talked about that earlier, but no, I don't. And so, and neither did my therapist. So then, my health, my finances, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I see God all in that. I see God in just even some relationships within my family that were pretty toxic and stuff, that are kind of like shifting and becoming something else, that where the toxicity is not going to be allowed. The toxicity is not going to be like finagled with, or hold on, let me see what this is. Hold on, y'all. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, 2020 and 2021, I it was one thing before the fast to say, I know God is all in this, but after the fast, I'm like, nah, it ain't just I know it because I know that He's always there. It's like, no, I can check mark. God was in this. God was in that. God wanted this to go down like this. God did it, and I'm happy for it now. You don't see, because that'd be a different thing. That'd be a different thing when you can be content with what is put down. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. And a lot of and I'm talking about my family relationship, that a lot of that some shit that happened this year had to go down for me to get out of that with their family stuff. You know what I'm saying? To get right on out of that and be like, no, nigga, you gonna do right by me. You're not gonna do no fake ass shit, no toxic shit. Sometimes it's hard to say that to family. But yeah. I talk a lot of shit and I can back it up, but I'm very like sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say I'm a Scorpio, but I said that I'm not going to be doing that with people. Like I am a Scorpio, but everybody be trying to blame everything they do on the zodiac. Child, get on. Um, I'm very sensitive, and I think that people see my strength and tenacity, and they don't think you can be that you're sensitive. They think you don't, you know what I'm saying, or they see, okay, even if she goes down, she gonna get back up and recover. That's a motherfucking truth, but that don't mean you got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, what the fuck was I talking about? Cause I'm getting, y'all understand? Like it's a black screen for y'all, and it's a black screen for me too. Except for like the numbers of the people in and the likes and the live and the ticker, like the time ticker. But then when you get like notifications and text messages and stuff like that, it's like you trying to keep up, and then you look at this stuff. So my bad. Yeah, like people don't understand that I'm sensitive. I don't think like sensitive for real, like in that and you know what? I think I don't get that I'm sensitive. Ooh, ooh, preach. Ooh, ooh. Because I see myself get myself into situations in my lifetime that I just keep telling, yes, come on. Oh, maybe, come on, come on, come on, come on, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know. I don't operate in knowing that I am sensitive. Because I'm telling you, through my lifetime, I've gotten myself into stuff like I might take some bullets, but I'm the Teflon doll. Nah, it's just like you actually don't even need to go through this door. You actually don't need to be in this place or nothing because you super sensitive. So you saying I don't need to be here, I don't need to do this, I don't need to continue with this or whatever, that is not being a punk or whatever. Being sensitive is not necessarily is not being a punk or being weak. You got to know your limits and your strength. Baby girl, you really shouldn't be doing that because you're going to get your feelings hurt or you're going to get angry quick about this or that, or you're going to feel slighted in this way. No, you're thinking that you could take a couple of bullets, a couple of hits, a couple of this, that, but that's, it's not going to be what you think it is in the end. You're not going to be you're not going to just have taken bullets. You're going to have your sensitivities tested. You're going to, no. What am I saying? Okay. Wait. Let me get it together what I'm saying on that. So everything I just said, except for the last like 4 words, you know you're too sensitive to even be engaging in this stuff. Whether you're going to be standing at the end or not, you shouldn't even put yourself in no stuff like that. You shouldn't go to this place where you know this type of stuff occurs and you're sensitive to that. You shouldn't do, stuff like that because whether you're standing or not at the end, it's not a good look for you. It doesn't spark good. It spark your goodness in your inside. And believe it or not, who wants to be battle ridden? You know what I'm saying? Like battle scarred. You know what I'm saying? On purpose. I could take the hits. Nah. So, yeah. I gotta start believing myself. You are sensitive, girl. You are sensitive. You don't like certain things. And you need to stop saying um, you'll just take a couple of bullets but still be standing. Why take the bullets? And half the stuff that you be trying to take the bullets for, either either the person or thing ain't gonna do it for you. You know what I'm saying? And when I say thing, like, I mean, it could be anything. Like, let's say, Okay, but it's kind of silly and stuff like that. But um, like I'll test around like around the house. Like one time I was on this ladder, knowing that it was kind of like wiggly and stuff like that. But I was like, well, if I fall, I know how to brace myself. I'm not up that far up. But why do it? You know what I'm saying? And then have to potentially deal with the pain and of the fall. You know what I'm saying? That really is a thing, but it might not have been the best example. But that really is some shit that I'll be doing. You know what I'm saying? Just being like testy type stuff, like stuff that you know that you shouldn't be doing that might be a little dangerous, but you do it anyway, and you're like, well, it ain't gonna be that bad. Why even do it? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by thing. So either the person or the thing wouldn't do it for you, can't do it for you. Um, why would you spend so much time like I have, um, healing myself from past trauma and pain to go and get you some more? Have y'all thought about that for you in your own life? Um, and in that whole, I'll just come back battle ridden. You know, maybe I'll take a couple bullets. Like, is what you're willing to take a couple bullets for, like, really, really, really that important? That you would be damaged to get it? That you would go into it, or you would want to have it as a damaged individual? Come on, girl. So, yeah, okay, come on, fast. I ain't mad. I guess I did. Okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. Who's still in here with me? Now I feel like every time I come on with a wine glass, I'm going to have to say juice, water, or wine. Shit. But no, I do not consider myself an alcoholic. I consider somebody who was using, going to the bar and having a drink and something to eat and mixing and mingling as my entertainment a little bit too much, when there's a way more other ways to be entertained, and doing it more healthily. You know what I'm saying? That's just was the quick fix up the street, or right after all these jobs in my Phaedra Parks voice. Y'all mind hitting the like button? I greatly appreciate it. So ain't nobody up in here, out of 20 people in here, ain't nobody in here want to say they in here or ask me a question. Ain't that some yang and some lang? No, ain't that some yang and some alang, yang alang? But yeah, if you have something, whether it be like if you somebody just overeats, or if you wanted to do like an alcohol fast, or if you wanted to fast off a certain TV or certain shit you watch on YouTube, that would be my next one probably. I suggest you do it. I mean, it may be hard, but the insight, especially if you stay in your prayers and you stay focused on, I guess the like overcoming the challenge, like setting forth the goal and making the goal. I feel like you'll be a whole lot better. You'll feel a whole lot better in the end, and there'll be a lot. There'll be some answers to some things that you've been working with that come out of it. Well, that's really what I wanted to come and talk to y'all about. I wish I could comment back to y'all, because I would ask right now, can y'all hear me? Yeah, I felt for a lot of years that stuff just wasn't like I just was more so like I said working, but even like this year, like when I would shake up a drink and stuff like that, I think that was trying to unwind and de-stress and stuff like that, and really unwinding and de-stressing for me is laying in the bed watching TV, having a good conversation, reading a good book, watching a good like YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm like, I'm telling you, now that I'm like back to that type of shit, then I'm just feeling like lighter and more presence of mind. I really am. Hello, can somebody let me know if y'all can hear me? 'Cause I see the numbers going up and down. I'm wondering if y'all can hear me. Like people coming in and out, trying to see if they trying to see what's going on. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad to know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure this will get flipped and tipped and all that stuff like that, but let me tell you something. I literally know that I'm better for I'm definitely better for the fast. I'm better for telling the story, and I can't be bothered with folks that don't know me with, what they got to say negative like that. Like, no. Just because somebody say I'm quitting this and that does not mean that they are alcoholic, or like that they got a addiction. If I wasn't cooking right now, I would participate more. I'm going through this exactly to the T. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I'm telling you. Like I'm really excited about staying the course, and I'm really excited about some things that the Lord brought to me. Because baby, I even heard a sermon today. Mm, mm, mm. Woo, Lord. It was laid right in my spirit. It blessed me so much. It blessed me so much. It told my story, and it blessed me, and it made me feel a lot better, more whole. Cause baby, I done been through some shit, and y'all think I come and tell everything on here? I don't. I never ever have really told everything. People think that because I've told a lot, but I don't tell everything. And some of that stuff I've held, it be the good. It be the shit that you'll understand when I do these type of, I guess, inspirational videos. What I'm talking about. Everything ain't about like right here and right now or the most recent. A lot of stuff go back. And a lot of that stuff of me thinking that I'm a warrior all the time and I'll just battle test with myself. That didn't just start. But I'm through with it though. I'm definitely through with it. Me and my not my need or my desire. But my penchant for martyrdom, no. Penchant for martyrdom, no ma'am, no more. I certainly understand. I went to the doctor 6 weeks ago and was told I was borderline diabetic. I haven't had sugar since. However, I realized my addiction to sugar by the third day, down 18 pounds. Ooh, Nikki girl. Yes, honey. Congratulations, ma'am. Big congratulations, honey. I'm here for it. I am here for it. And I pray your continued success. Ooh, Lord, let it reverberate, not reverberate, not let it, girl, let me just say what's on my mind. Let it roll, that success and that willpower, roll into all of the health avenues that it is supposed to make them better, to cast out sickness and disease, and to have you be able to live contently with the traits and habits that will have your health to be maximized. Okay, come on, girl. Yes, go ahead, Nikki. I'm proud of you. Yeah. So, yeah. You get up here when you want to start really living life, and you got some little things going on. You're like, hold up, what I gotta do to change this stuff? Yes, amen, amen. What I gotta do to change this stuff? Like, what? Cause baby, I got more life to live. I definitely have more life to live. Cause you only have one life to live. Don't. I didn't even watch that mess. I just remember the my auntie and them watching it, and remember the little doohickey. So, anyways, y'all, I hope y'all have a great night. I really do need to go to sleep. My day starts early tomorrow, and it goes into the night. So I will talk to y'all later. I wish you a good weekend, and you'll see me again during the weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.